Hey everybody, it's Shaq. Welcome back to another Golf Plus interview. This time we have a couple of the TGC guys for the amateur difficulty version of the FedExCup. These guys have been absolutely crushing it. They've won the tournament in week 1, in week 2, and Powers is currently leading the week 3 tournament. So Powers, Jay Bloom, welcome. Fantastic performance, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think the perception of a lot of people is that amateur is kind of like a less difficult version of pro. So you're both plus handicaps on pro as well. What actually goes into deciding kind of which difficulty and which tournament you were going to play in for this event?
So ultimately what my decision-making process came down to is what I have fun doing. I enjoy playing amateur a little bit more than I do pro, but it still takes a lot of work and effort into honing in your game and being able to play extremely well.
I play amateur about 90% of the time, but to me, it's the difference between, having a cavity back club that kind of gives you a little bit of forgiveness or having a straight blade.
So I think there's some kind of misperception about the shot shaper, and people feel like it's kind of just in like almost like a magnet, but there's a lot of finesse and a lot of skill that's required. When it comes to amateur play, what do you think are like the factors that go into differentiating some people as like the better amateur players?
Yeah, I see the shot shaper as a guide. It is a big step between novice and amateur. In amateur, I could put it on all the way on fade and still slice it into the woods. You still have to be on your game and you still have to hit the correct motion.
I could have that landing circle, right on top of the pin, and it's not going to go there. You still have to factor in wind, elevation, lie, all that stuff comes into play.
All right, now as we wrap up the qualifier and we move into the playoff events, what are your plans for how you're going to kind of separate yourselves from the pack as we move through these playoffs?
Oh, it's going to be extremely difficult. The course conditions are going to get harder. Ultimately, just relying on the short game, practicing the short game.
We play almost every night with a bunch of group of guys. Just having that input on what guys have seen on the course, where to miss your shots, where not to miss your shots, and then into the tournament, we're going to keep doing the same thing. Play a couple rounds and just try to hit our best.
Well, to both of you, you've had an incredible performance in the qualifier so far. Best of luck as we move into the playoffs here.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.